And welcome back, everybody. Have you met a jack-o'-lantern? Well, if you haven't, we have a few to pick from this morning. He's a staple of Halloween season. And this morning we have Mr. James Thompson and his helper Jesse from HEB Cooking Connection, who are going to show off their skills when it comes to pumpkin carving. So good morning again, folks. And tell me a little bit about what we have this morning here.
Well, we've got some assorted jack-o'-lanterns here. We've got just a play on the traditional Halloween face. We have a little spooky sign with a ghost and a bat on it. It says Happy Halloween, and then we have the scarecrow on the end.
And how much does this take? How long?
It depends on the details. Typically, if like the scarecrow has a lot of smaller details like the hair and between the legs and the post, that takes a little bit longer. The traditional face, typically about an hour.
Okay, and this is an example of how you can kill two birds with one stone. Basically, you can do your little pumpkin and then also create a little snack for you. So tell us about this little thing right here.
Well, most folks throw out the seeds when they're carving their pumpkins, but pumpkin seeds are actually very beneficial for you. Lots of fiber, protein, no fat, and very simple to turn into a delicious holiday trail mix. And all you do is while you're scooping the guts out of your pumpkin, just have a nice bowl of cool water handy and just drop that in there, and all the solid pulp falls to the bottom and the seeds float to the top. And then you just take these and you want to toast these off in the oven at about 275 for about an hour. Let them get nice and crispy, and then you can toss them with a little butter and then whatever flavoring you want. We threw in a little steak sauce that's a tamarind and soy base, a little pinch of cayenne and a little salt, and then just throw those back in the oven for about 15 minutes.
Let me tell you, good for the sinuses as well, because it just cleared everything.
Yeah, that smell.
It smells delicious, though.
All that. But you can serve that just like that, or you can throw in some dark chocolate, maybe some dried cranberries, and then have that out at a Halloween party as a healthy trail mix.
And let's recap for those folks who didn't hear earlier about how exactly we go about really taking out everything from the inside.
Okay.
You just scoop it up. You said you can use maybe like an ice cream scoop.
You can use anything with a hard metal edge. You can use a salad spoon, an ice cream scoop, a melon ball scoop, or even a garden trowel will work. And basically just scrape all the guts inside out of that pumpkin. And you want to make sure when you're cutting your cap in the top, you leave yourself enough room to get that tool in there so you can get all those crannies, because the membrane on the inside of the pumpkin, that's usually the first part that rots. And also a good tip, you can pour a cap full of bleach into your carved pumpkin and it'll actually last longer. It'll stave off the rot.
Interesting. That's a very good point. And then you want to draw the little, you kind of have it right here?
Yes, you want to just map out your design. You can use a light colored marker so that it kind of blends in with the pumpkin, and then just take a sharp knife, preferably one with a serrated edge if you can find one, and then just make a light incision and trace out the patterns and then just carve them out. Absolutely. Okay, so you learned it here, folks, and if you want to recap any of those tips that James was just talking about, you can head on over to valleycentral.com and see the whole interview in its entirety. We'll be right back.